Alright guys, we're gonna be replacing the clock spring on a 9th gen Civic. First, you're gonna want to check if it's faulty first. Alright, to find out how your clock spring is bad, well, one is they're gonna give you a airbag check light on your dash. Two, you can press on the horn, it won't do nothing. And three, this is the most common thing, none of the button works. Like even the car is on, it just don't work. That's how you know. All right, to start with this, make sure your car is aligned straight. Make sure your wheels are straight, and then you're gonna want to take out the battery terminal. Sorry, my car is messy, and then you're gonna see two little torque screw here. There's gonna be one on the left side, another one right here on the right side. So I am using the small Torx, about T30, and 1/4 ratchet and the extension. So after you take out the left and the right Torx bolt, the airbag should like loosen, or at least come out a little bit. So a quick tip, it will be a lot easier if you take out this little Phillips screw, and then just take out the whole plastic piece or panel. It's right below the steering, right over there. Actually, you'll have to use a flathead or flat blade, and then just take this panel out with like just pop it out. So after you pop your the little plastic clip, you will see the yellow airbag connectors. You can also see it from the top here. You'll have to disconnect these in order to take out the airbag. So the yellow one and the green one under, which I will show you in a second. So for the green wires, they're actually the green wire is a lot easier than the yellow one. The yellow one, you have to push the black backward, and then push a little on the top. This little black thing, push it forward like that, and then push a little on the top, and you'll be able to get the sensor out. But this one is straightforward, the green wires. Now that you disconnected the both sensor, the green and the yellow one, the airbag should come right off easily. And then you will be needing a 14mm socket to take this one out. By the way, be really careful if you're trying to take out this 14mm. As you see, I've accidentally misaligned my steering wheel for a little bit. So to fix that, put it on. There you go. Just turn off, and then connect your batteries back. So I find it better if you use an angle wrench, or ratchet. Yeah, it'll help a lot. I mean, because you can angle it here and there. It's pretty easy. By the way, I forgot a step. Sorry. So after you take out the bolt, don't you can wiggle the steering wheel, but don't take it out yet. I forgot to take out one little clip, one more clip left. You might want to use a nose pillar or pliers. Take this out first, and then take out the steering wheel. You might have to use two hands, wiggle it and then pop it out. Just be careful. Alright guys, I use a big ass pliers to take out the white clip. Now it should come off, and you're left with your clock spring. I already replaced like 3 of these, because I keep taking out my subframe and misalign my steering column. Just, you know, make sure you mark it next time you mess with any of the steering column and stuff. So after you got the steering off, just, you know, there's here, let me close it. All right, you're gonna see these plastic hole thing. Use a flathead, just pop it out so you can get access to the later screws, the Phillips screws right here. There's one on the left and one on the right. When you guys try to take out those little clippers, like those little one, when you try to pull it out, be careful not to overdo it, so you just pull it back. You gotta take out this one first before you actually, you know, pull out the whole thing. So for these ones, they're actually, I mean, yeah, 2 screws are here. So after you remove those 2 Phillips screws, these things should come right off. It might be a pain in the ass to put it back, but it's alright. And then this one should come off easily. So always remember, take out the bottom one first, so this thing can, or just leave it there for now. For me, I just leave it here. So for the steering clock spring, airbag clock spring, there's actually another clip right here. Just use a flathead or your finger if you're strong enough. And then you can have few connectors here in the back. 3 is what I've seen so far. So take these out, and then you can take the clock spring out. For the blue pin, to take it out, right here, you have to push like this. If you have a nail, it'll save your life. Just push it down, pull it out. For the yellow one, is the same thing as the airbag one. There's a yellow line, the yellow plastic, the black one. Yeah, the black freaking plastic. Push it back like this. Push it back, pull it out. Okay, push it back, hold it, and then pull it out. And then the blue one is pretty straightforward, just like the other big 20 pins blue one. All you gotta do is press the small, sorry here. Yeah, press the small thing and just pull it out. Actually, there's more than one clip. There's one on the 12 o'clock, one at the 8 o'clock. It's like right down here. That holds, yep, right here. Just pop it out. And then there's another one on your 3 o'clock. It's the same thing as the other side. Right, where is it? No, right here. Right here. And then this little one, you don't even need to worry about it. And now it should come right off. There's your clock spring. Alright guys, this is the new clock spring. That's the old clock spring. You will have to transfer this little sensor, the one that says don't drop, to the new one. Okay, so to transfer the old modules to the new one, there are actually clips too. So one here, there's one here, another one here, and one here. Alright guys, here you go. That's the old broken one. Just throw this piece of shit away. It cost my tuning. Just put this old one to a new one. Alright, one tip, don't do what I did. I accidentally break off the yellow plastic piece, which is okay because it's stopping it from, you know, spinning. This plastic piece is right on here. For the new one, all you have to do is push it out from the back, and then the yellow clip should be coming out. So to put the old one back, connect the sensor first. These three sensors first. And then make sure the sensor is tight and not going all the way in. You'll hear a click sound like in the walk. And then put this in. Don't worry about the alignment yet and everything yet. Just try to get it in place. Yeah, you guys hear the click? Make sure it clicks in when you guys put it back. So yep. Okay, for the aligning part, you guys see this little arrow? Okay, and it says top. Align it with the middle clip. That's what I said earlier in the beginning of the video. Make sure you have your steering straight so that you can align this to here. Might be a little off, but yep, right there. And then when you guys installing the steering wheel, just try not to move it. Try not to misplace it. So again, guys, I even mark the middle. You know, SI. The mark is middle. So yeah, be careful not to twist the spring clock spring. Make sure it's aligned with the middle one and the hole. All right. Sorry, I accidentally twisted a little bit. Just make sure you put this back in. It's alright to twist it now because you can put it back and align it. All the sensor is in. And then make sure you click this in, the white clip. And then don't forget, realign your clock spring back. So before you put the airbag in, make sure you put the plastic back on first. And then screw it back on. I knew it, this one pain in the ass. Yep. Make sure you don't force it. Make sure it goes in freely without any resistance. So then after that, again, make sure this thing is aligned. Alright, so to put the steering back in, make sure you put the airbag sensor in the middle, like right over here. Yep. And then make sure you connect the white clip first, of course. It's okay, your clock spring alignment might be off for now. All you gotta do, you can just realign back, you know, make sure the arrow and everything touch. I'll show you in a bit. So like this, as you guys can see, this arrow is straight up aligning with this little skinny line. Ignore the blue mark, that's off. And then make sure you pop it back. Yep, there you go. Now you're good for this part. So our next part is tucking the airbag sensor under. So the airbag sensor, this one can stick to the behind these two plastic part, like before we take it out. Make sure all your sensor is tight. Make sure your thing is aligned straight. And yes, so the next thing you're gonna want to do is put the 14mm bolt back. So to put the 14mm bolt back, make sure you push the steering down, and there's little bit to no movement when you trying to screw the 14mm in. Just hold it down, screw it slow, hand tight it, and then make sure that it doesn't move. Some people use specific torque, torque specified by Honda, but I don't have the information right now. I will look it up in the all data in a minute. But for now, I'll just tighten with this. Make sure it's pretty tight, and you will be golden. So after you tighten this bolt back, make sure your skin line and the arrow is aligned. Yeah, if I move the arrow this way, it doesn't look like it's aligned, but it's aligned. I actually used the tape to measure too. So now to put the airbag in, make sure this one goes under. So make sure the yellow ones actually go down here, and the green one also. And then, so I'll just do it like this for now. Alright. So once you guys get the sensor under, just try to align it, and then you might have to push it up like that. Nope. Try again. Yep. Yeah. When you guys do it, you guys will see a line that goes right. I mean the yellow sensor goes right on the line behind this little plastic thing. And then you're gonna want your green wire. Let's go down there. Oh, sorry. These green wires, you're also gonna have to put it down here too. So you know, yeah. So if you got this and the green wire down here, you're good. So on the bottom part, I will connect the yellow one first. Pull this down, connect it first. Make sure it's tight, and then push it back up like that. And then this one, just plug it in. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do under here, but it's worth it. Oh, yeah. To get this out, you gotta push it. I don't know if I do it right, but yeah. Let's try it. Okay, that's the farthest it'll go. Okay, so I'm gonna test it to see if everything works. Hopefully it'll work. I'm gonna start the car. You can do unbearing, but I wanted to start it. There you go. That works. Let me close the door. So as you guys see, before it didn't work. Alright, quick story guys. So last Friday was my dyno tune date. My car was actually on the dyno, but we can't turn off the traction control. This button right here, we can turn it off because my TPMS light is on. Why? Back then my steering control does not work at all. Like all this button doesn't work, anything doesn't work. So I can't initialize my TPMS through this. I tried the OBD2 scanner, try to delete the code. It doesn't work. Don't try it. You can press this as long as you want. I mean, you can press this. It just won't work. Nothing work. Yeah. So I can't initialize my TPMS, and then it's stopping me from turning off the traction control, and I can't dyno it anymore. So I realized it's probably my clock spring sensor, clock spring, because you know I already replaced like 2. Every time I took out the steering column and my subframe and everything, and these things about like what, $30. It's cheap. If you get it from the dealer, it's probably more expensive. But I use the AutoZone one. I mean O'Reilly one. It works. As you guys see on the video. Sorry, my dirty build. Thanks to Mark Ching from Psycho Speed. He got me all the kit that I needed.